I mean, if I can doodle here, then I'll share with you somewhat what comes to mind for us to jam a little bit
Mhm.
on the thought process behind it. And at this point, I mean, because of the producer hat, I think that's a very unique angle in general that not many people have explored.
I was gonna,
So
can I just add something small to that,
yeah.
which is something that I've noticed from like seeing other offers from other people, especially on Instagram, which is
Hmm.
everyone kind of has the same offer at the end of the day, which is something that I also saw. And I'm like, how do I not only differentiate myself in the word, in the lingo and in the language that I use, but also genuinely, like, how do I make a different offer rather than I'm gonna get you to 1 million followers and $1 million in 30 days or else you don't pay me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and this is a really good way because we spoke to the word collaboration, right? Like
Mhm,
if we look at the market for a second overall here,
mhm.
and it's sharing, right?
Yep,
The screen.
I see it.
Let's see. Yeah, so if we look at it as a role, the producer is a collaborator, right?
Mhm,
You're going to people, you're saying, I'm not going against you, I'm working with you.
mhm,
So that's what the setup, the OCS did, right?
mhm,
Now we're done with that. I'm going to call that phase one. Phase two is how am I going to perform? Now, the differentiating factor of what I see is that a lot of people that create online are taking tours. They're always on the go, they're always posting. They've never got something really stuck there. But as a creator, as a consultant, as a founder, as somebody who's creating assets, let's say online, when I go to a studio, right, I come out with one of these things, and in our day, that was a CD.
mhm, mhm,
And the CD had different tracks, right? So
mhm.
if we take a band like Pink Floyd or the Beatles or whatever, every track had a different feel and a different meaning and a different purpose to that. But by creating an album, I'm able to come out of the studio with an asset that I can use. Now, because you're video agnostic, this is where my gears started turning. I would say the plan is against all odds and all coaches and all consultants who sell you this evergreen model and I'm taking your money and blah, blah, blah. My purpose as George is to be this guy. I want to work with more people over time to produce your album, right? And on your stack, if we think Rick Rubin, if we think Dave Grohl, if we think whatever, they stack more artists that have more albums with their name and their brand recognition. Your background is in that, so you understand that. So for
Yeah.
me, because you have such a breadth of knowledge as the producer, right? Somebody like myself has come done long form, this, that, whatever. Other people want Instagram shorts. I would look at this holistically as what type of tracks do I need to build that I can come out of to create my album? So my album consists of two shorts that are top of the funnel. I
Mhm.
then take the skill as an asset to create high retention short form reels that apply to YouTube, apply to Instagram, apply to TikTok, whatever it is. I now know how to do that part, right?
Mhm.
That's an asset.
Yep.
Out of that, I then know how to host a workshop. Many of these creators, many of these people, how do I show up on Zoom with my setup over here and actually run the workshop from start to finish that contains Zoom, that contains Fathom AI, that contains my camera, that contains my screen switching and flipping of the tools. So I'm looking at OBS, I'm looking at all these other things. How do I package the recording of it? And then how do I distribute it? All of these things here have to do with my brand
Mhm.
and the perception of what I'm looking at here is cohesive. If I look at any producer, I know it's Rick Rubin, whether he recorded Kanye West or Nirvana or whatever, it screams Rick Rubin.
With you,
So,
yeah.
yeah, workshop. Then we've got that. Then that workshop is one area. Then I want to actually do long form YouTube. Whether the person wants it or not, it is part of your track that you gain the knowledge, you get to keep it when you decide. I'm going to put podcast here
Mm-hmm.
as well because people have preferences. But right now, you see what I'm doing? I'm creating my list of assets in order to get somewhere.
Yes.
Now, long form YouTube has intros, has body, right? Like the main body, I'm thinking copy
Yeah, yeah,
uh,
yeah.
here, and then has call to actions. Inside of a learning long form YouTube, the producer understands packaging, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a say aesthetically on the album art, on the cover, on all of this. How does that then also still have cohesiveness in your brand by creating that? I'm still going to do this because one thing I forgot here, this could be an 8 week engagement where
Nice.
in each of the weeks we're going to go two, 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 or whatever. And by the end of that, it's short. It's an album, right? You go to the studio, you're in there for 3 days or 7 days, and you come out, and the producer does his thing, and you have an album.
Mm-hmm.
So once I understand packaging, thumbnails, whatever it is I'm doing, YouTube based
Mm-hmm.
descriptions, the foundations,
Mm-hmm.
I'm now able to add that to my list of stuff. So I've got shorts, I've got workshop, I've got YouTube. Then on the other side of that, there's different ways that I show up in various places. I'm in my world, if I'm a coach, consultant, this, that, I'm looking at how I deliver to clients,
I
right?
love this. Yes.
I know that sounds like crap, but what is the difference between somebody showing on Loom with a Loom default camera and somebody that has a modern maker badge
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and is able to deliver to his clients at every different touch point? Whether that includes video or not, I'm looking at the word cohesive here. What's my
Yes.
presentation deck? What is my, right now I'm drawing on a remarkable that is not branded, right?
Mm-hmm.
How could I have made this scene right now delivering into a track, right? So
Mm-hmm.
so on and so forth and so forth. There's other bits and pieces that I didn't bring today because I didn't want to make it overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
i.e., two shorts could be top of the funnel. You're an expert in Instagram. I want to know how to do middle of funnel and how to do bottom of funnel and how that ties in with the word cohesive. I don't want to hear many chat. I'm competing with everyone else. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hear email. I'm competing with everyone else. What is non competitive is the word cohesive and the way you do it. So two, 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 and two makes 8 weeks. And I'm paying you 5K to leave this studio.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the album? With my album that has 8 tracks or 4 tracks.
Yeah.
After that 5K, I can renew and I can create another set of tracks. The bit that I didn't touch on and why I'm saying two, 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 and two is in my world, the way that I see it is 1 week we're doing setup, which abides by the DNA of the one-click setup.
Yep.
So you're keeping the pulse going. Week two is how you show up. How do you show up on camera? How do you show up in the workshop? How do you show up when you're scripting and doing short form? As
Mm-hmm.
the essence of who you are, the clothing, your voice. What does a producer do? We were talking about this for ages. You bend a note on the guitar. Bob bends the note on the guitar, the same note, and it sounds different.
Mm-hmm.
So show up. I'm going to write the word essence here.
Which could
Be-
also kind of
Yeah.
tie to branding, would you say?
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Now, can I show up as the same person in all of these areas with the same essence and the same brand?
This is the
Yeah.
I use a kind of a analogy for this, which is interesting because I use it for only one thing, but actually what it is like the Pink Floyd framework, the Pink Floyd prism, rather, the logo.
Mhm.
So what we're building is that prism where everything goes through that prism, branding wise, right?
Yeah,
How you show up, how you talk, the colors that you use, your non-branded remarkable template. How do we change that into something that speaks Jacob, for example? You know what I mean? It's like that speaks brand, your brand.
yeah. So in my eyes, and this is what you've just said is like right down your lane in how you're gonna architect this and deliver it and the ins and outs. So for me, if I break this down into three elements, we've got plan, we've got implementation, and we've got support.
Nice.
These are all things that make George producer, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
coming in. What do my tracks look like? What is the order? What is the setup? What is all of that? Here's the plan. Over the next 8 weeks, we're gonna go bang, 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 bang. First, next, then. Now we're gonna go into implementation. Week one is teaching, week two is showing up.
Mm.
And then inside of you showing up, I'm going to come back to you in one way, shape, or form here on WhatsApp, on Zoom, on whatever modality you want, so you can support me. And I'm going to come with questions. I might have a Trello board or a Drive or whatever it is with my assets in order to review it. So those are the deliverables, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the way that I break this down in my head, because I'm gonna rear off into a bit of marketing now. You
Let's do
have
it.
clients over here. You have, I'm gonna call this offers made, which needs to go up because it's brilliantly with the product, but we need to understand offers made in this context. And then we have leads, right? So if I start on the right-hand side where we have clients, right now we said we want to get people into the 5K realm, right? So 5K is painful. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what we're aiming for.
Mm-hmm.
If it's 8 weeks, I'm going to put out a random number. I think it is 625 a week for
Mm-hmm.
8 weeks. Or I can make that 650 per week. And if you pay in full, you save 200. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
By leading with the 650 a week, you get more yeses, you get more velocity for the people who actually want the studio mind and the album mind. The painful saves them and creates the container, which is basically what the studio is about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Now, that's going to enable us to get more yeses. That's going to enable us to get more cash flow. So, cash velocity, cash flow, a mixture of both makes George very happy because it's not recurring in this exact moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we go back, what happened over here is we have the OCS that did really well,
Mm-hmm.
and it also has a wait list.
Mm-hmm.
And we ran it twice, and it, you did what you did in terms of the revenue numbers, turned the five figures, amazing, whatever. But the dependency of this number over here has to do with the amount of offers you make. And right now, what is happening is you're doing a lot of these offers that I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing online, and you're not doing a lot of these offers, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hype in this moment around the offers made for the OCS and the wait list, and you've already started pushing it. But this is the bit that's going to be the big boom that's going to actually get people to show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to do here is to granularize the offers made because offers made create customers. Right now, you have 200 customers.
Yeah.
So, of those 200 customers, you're going to send them a 9-word email that says, would you like to work together one on one? Full stop.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
I think that's 9 words.
Yeah, we'll find out.
The other thing customers should get off the back of the purchase in the future is a 9-day cash campaign. Automatically, you just bought the OCS. Thank you for buying the OCS. Over the next 9 days, I'm going to share with you blah, 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 blah to get them here.
hmm
Automated.
hmm
Now, you've got these 200 people. So, what I would be doing here is 9-day cash campaign to these people that already bought right now, that I
hmm
sat there. They're already customers. They haven't bought to get them into this territory here.
hmm
Right now, the wait list is great and you understand all of that stuff and you're doing it really well. But when OCS is closed, both this and this equal 0.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So inside of our customers and clients cycle, can I start promoting this on its own to get clients?
hmm
That's one, right? So promo that. On the other side, we have fractionalized components and lead magnets. And well, I want to shy away from lead magnets, but we have customer offers we can then granularize that are additions to the OCS, stuff like that, right? That get people to just buy
The next thing
anything.
even.
Yeah.
hmm
So can we create, let's say, 5 to 100, probably $50 to $100 customer offers to get there? What am I thinking? You've already got 200 people here. Get them on a workshop. Do something fun together.
hmm
One workshop. We're going to make one track. We're going to talk short form content, right? The short form OCS bundle workshop. Let's test that out.
hmm
Recording, sell the replay. OCS is closed. But of these people, can we get 33% of them that are not yet in the 5K realm to buy something different? Yeah.
Yep, I'm seeing it.
So these are just like spitballing ideas and stuff like that. Then over here we have content and we have ads.
hmm
Content I'm pretty comfortable with. You have your lead magnets. Anybody who grabs a lead magnet should be sold one of these things here.
Okay.
So I'm grabbing a lead magnet. I'm not going to let you go. I'm going to get you to go somewhere so you can buy something small.
hmm
When you buy something small, then I'm going to make you an offer to buy something big.
hmm
Then we've got the ad side of the deal, which is like basically running campaigns
hmm
where this could be a campaign that's exclusive to the OCS.
hmm
You're going to have some sort of funnel that goes through a landing page. Landing page gets you to pay. Once you pay, you get the 9-day cash campaign, and so on and so forth.
Super nice.
So right now, my concern is the offers made need to be more monetary and less waitlist, even though the waitlist is great
Yeah.
for the product. But I would be running week 1 waitlist of each month. Week 2, 5K studio offer
hmm
on Instagram, on email, on whatever it is. Week 3, workshop or product or something different. And then week 4 could be lead magnets and things just to keep the momentum going on the email list, as an example.
Okay.
You get to That's where my mind went to up to now.
hmm
Uh, I don't know what you think about this in general.